And good morning. Welcome to the September 10th edition of the Makers and Movers podcast. How are you doing today? I'm looking around because I don't know where any of my stuff is. It's already been a morning. I think a lot of people can have those, right? Which a lot of this, it's a good chunk of it has to kind of do with today's show. We're talking about rush fees without regrets. That's what we're talking about. With this one, you were stayed up late finishing those last minute orders, got up early so you could finish those last minute orders, and then you've kind of regretted saying yes. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Rush fees are not greedy. They're professional, right? Customers respect them, they protect your schedule, and they keep your business profitable. So today, we're going to share 5 ways to add rush fees without guilt, so you can protect your time, you can keep on-time customers happy, you can boost your margins during crunch time, and we will talk about a few more. So that's what we got going on today. Before we do that, let's check in with everybody and see how everybody's doing. I know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather's like in your area, and your 5 things. I've got about 500 things today. We've got 80, 160, 240 flock templates that need to be cut. So that's cut now. We've got about 4,500 stickers that need to be printed. That's at a pause until I can get back over there on that. So those are 2 off that. Then we have meetings today. And then we have kids are out, so that's off. We've got a surgery today, so that's fun. And the regular everyday business stuff. So we've got there. What are your 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you, my friend. Annette, howdy to you as well. Danielle, good morning to you. Linda, good morning. Rena, good morning. Overcast, SoCal. It's a nice 61 this morning. I think we're right there around that. We didn't see it was sunny, bright and sunny out. I think we're supposed to get like 4,000 degrees this week. It's 61 right here. It's 61. We're 61 right here. And what do we? Ooh, looks a little maybe overcasty. Like we're gonna get some stuff later on, but we've got highs in the 90s for the rest of the week. Good times, right? Barb, good morning. North Central Minnesota, 54 and sunny, water in the cup, 5 things, customer appointments, 3D printing, embroidery test, sewing alterations, and work on the business. It is work on your business Wednesday. My day is in complete disarray, so we'll figure it out. Celsius vibe, tropical vibe. Celsius tropical vibe. That's what's on. That's what's in the cup today. Hi, Rena from Barb. Good morning to you. Good morning, Barb. Hello, Todd from Claire. Linda, morning all. So, we missed it last night. We talked We talked a few things. We found some color charts from Caesar. I think there's only like 3 left now. I want to say there's only like 3 left. So if you didn't have your chance to do that, there's 3 left. So you can go get those, the color charts from Caesar. We found some of those as we were going through stuff. And, it's these guys that will help you where you can actually see what stuff is. It's from 2021. So there are some newer things that are not in it, but it does at least give you something to go by. So we got those. We talked flock, and we talked multi-deck, and we talked rhinestones, and we talked holographic, and we talked about me making a mistake, because I figured it out. But we made that and how we did there. And now those are the 16 facet stones. So I gotta do that so you can just see how those bad boys. And see, we still have, even though we pressed and repressed multiple times on our holographic, that stuff is still bright and shiny. But them there 16 facet premium AB stones, ooh baby, those bad boys sparkle. So you want to make sure to check that out. And that design did drop as well. So we've got that. We talked about upcoming shows, and so we're going to do once a month. We'll do the game show once a month. We'll do ball drops once a month. We'll continue on with that. So we're just going to add some. We're going to add some different. We're going to add some different things to the prize wheel. That's what we're going to do. Linda's got 66 now in Texas, on the way to 95. I think 91 is where we're at, what we're headed to. 5 things: design, Design 3D print, edit photos, design volleyball banner, press uniforms, deliver soccer uniforms. Linda's got a busy day in front of her. Tammy, good morning from Arizona. It's going to be 108. 108 in September is wild. Working on an order of embroidery of 50 scrubs. Very nice. Coffee in my cup. Jamming out to music. What kind of music are we jamming out to, Tammy? Darn, I missed it. I have to put the new times in my watch calendar. Yeah, but you can always go back and watch the replay. You can do that. That is, you can go to the channel and you can watch the replay. I dig it. Like, even though I know I screwed up on it, and how did I screw up on this? Well, when I pressed it, I should have went hollow first from thinnest to thickest. It should have went hollow, flock, and then stones. But as I was laying everything out, I did stones, and as soon as I hit the press over and hit the button, I'm like, oh, I know what I did wrong. So then I tried to make it. And when you do that, you just cannot get good adhesion on some of these things. So there's little pieces that are going to stick up. I might take the hand press to see if I can get some of those to stick, but it'll at least look good hanging up on something. And what stones are these? These are the premium, the 16 facet premium ones. Here, we'll get a little bit of light on it because now that I figured out how to do that. So those are those bad boys. Those are the 16 facet premium crystal AB, and you can find those on the site. And I dig them. So we got that. I had everybody rate the design. One person rated it at 5. I'm cool with that. Like, hey, you took the time to rate it. Most people, were 8 or higher. So I'm good with that. So that design is available on the website as well. As far as what's upcoming, I don't know. We're constantly going. It seems like there is something every time. And I'm looking at, I got something else that needs to move over here. So I'm trying to, so it's a matter of inches. There we go. We'll do that. I got to mark something down because then we're going down. Okay. Excuse me. Yep. Need to order some of those. Yeah, you do. Order some of them. They are amazing. And there's a chance that we could get some more of those in. Talking with people last night, they said Easy Weed White back in stock. There's something else that was back in stock. Acrylic hot fix tape is back in stock. There are stones that are out of stock that we're working on getting those all back in. Just bear with us during this time of need as we get through it all. And we will do our best we'll do our best. That's all we can do, right? Is do our best. That's all we ask anybody to do. But I think we should go ahead and get into this morning. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Sharing's caring. That's what you should do, right? We should be sharing that so that way we can get it. Share it in your group, share it in wherever your little magic fingers will let you share away at. Share through there, and we'll make sure that everything notification should have went out. We'll hit on that. All right, rush fees. That's what we're talking about today. Rush fees without regret. All right. Like I said, if you've been up, if you've been up past midnight finishing orders that you don't have time for, you already know the pain of not charging a rush fee. The holidays, sports seasons, last minute customer requests, those can turn your schedule up, upside, and down if you don't have boundaries in place, right? The good news is rush fees, they aren't something to feel guilty about, right? They are a tool that protects your time. Let me say that again. They're a tool. They are a tool that protects your time, respects your schedule, and actually earns you more money when people need your help the most. Now, I know that many decorators are hesitant to charge rush fees because they worry about losing customers. But the reality of this is customers expect to pay more when they need something fast. From shipping, from shipping things to food deliveries. The world runs on rush fees. Apparel decoration should not be any different than that. So by the end of this, we'll have broke down how you can add rush fees with confidence, why customers respect them, and how to protect your margins during the crunch times, right? Does that sound good? Ooh, Tim, what do you got there? Man, you should look at what I posted in the Discord about my store closing, but needed to order days after it closed. Oh, I'll be look at that. Okay, number one, understand the value of your time. Can't say that enough. Your time is your most valuable resource. All right. And this is especially true during busy seasons. Every time that you take on a last minute order, you're either working overtime, you're bumping another customer's job, or you're sacrificing your personal time. And that's why rush orders should always come at a premium. It's not just about the shirt or the hoodie, right? It's about the disruption to your schedule. When you charge a rush fee, you are putting value on that disruption. You're saying, my time matters. And if you need me to drop everything, it's going to cost more. Customers already understand this from other industries. So really, they wouldn't be surprised when you apply it here. Now, I know somebody who their typical turnaround time is 5 to 7 business days, but they offer a 24-hour turnaround service with fees starting at $40 an item. Customers pay it. They stop feeling guilty and stop feeling resentful about staying up late, right? Now, another one charged no rush fees and kept taking that just one more order, just that one more, just one more, a lot of those last minute orders. And what happened was they spent November and December working 16-hour days and actually made less profit per hour than if they had charged what they should have been charging, right? You're losing out on family time. You're losing out on production time. You're losing out on all these things. You're losing out on the customers that actually took the time to order ahead of schedule. So for this, oh, no. Hold on a second. Something just went bonkers. Yep, it went bonkers. I heard you. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Knew it. Oh, well, we'll come back to it after that. That's the story of my day. I've got too many things going on, and I can't be 37 places at once, so stuff's bound to screw up today, right? All right. So for this action step, let's calculate your normal turnaround time. Decide how much faster a rush order would be and what fee makes it worth your time to do it sooner. Pretty simple, right? Nothing crazy there. Now, number two, communicate those rush fees up front, because the absolute worst time to mention rush fee is at the very end of an order. That's when customers get defensive because they didn't expect it. Instead, what we want to do is we want to train our customers by including rush fee information in our policies, posting on our social media, bring it up during conversations. Why? Because transparency builds trust and prevents surprises. When customers know the rules ahead of time, they respect them. It shifts the conversation from why are you charging me extra to do I want to pay more for this convenience? Clear early communication makes rush fees normal and not negotiable. For us, we have our set timeline. Here's the cutoff days. If you need it after that, or you're not turned in by that, there's a rush fee, and we give them the rush fee schedule on it. Other examples of this is, Decorator listed their cutoff dates and rush fees in every holiday post. So when a customer messaged late, they already knew the options, and it was paid without complaining at all because they missed the deadline. So they had to pay a rush fee for it. Another one, avoided mentioning rush fees until checkout. Customer was pissed, right? And argued about the cost, left a really crappy review on it. And this all could have been avoided with early communication. So all you have to do for this is just draft a short rush fee policy today, post it on your page, and include it on your order forms so it is visible to everyone. All right. Next step, use rush fees to protect on-time customers, because rush fees aren't just about your time. They're about fairness. When you say yes to last minute orders, what's it doing is it's allowing the customer to jump the line, and it pushes back jobs of customers who ordered on time. By charging a rush fee, you balance the scale. You're still saying yes, but you're also honoring those customers who respected your deadlines. Now, this approach will also reframe rush fees for nervous decorators. Okay. It's not greedy, it's fair. You are simply prioritizing orders based on urgency, and those who need extra speed pay for it. Now, customers see that you're protecting your schedule and respecting those who planned ahead and put orders in a regular timeline. So, and as somebody who charged a $20 rush fee for orders after the cutout date. Now, and we'll talk about rush fees here soon. I think it's down here. Otherwise, I've got my feeling on a dollar versus percentage rush fees on it. Parents who ordered late, paid. Those who ordered on time felt value because their gear wasn't delayed and they didn't have to pay extra for it. Another decorator skipped rush fees and squeezed in late jobs anyway. Her on-time customers had to wait longer and some didn't order again because it wasn't met in their deadline. So for this, we just need to write out a simple statement. Rush orders are available for an extra fee to ensure on-time customers stay on track. That's it. Just a simple statement. I will copy that and we'll post that in here so that way you have that as a little thingamajigger, a little reminder, a little thingy that gets that there for it. So you have that in there. So you can see that. You can see that in there. All right. Now, number 4, we want to price rush orders as a premium service because rush orders should feel like an upgrade, not just a penalty. And by framing them as a premium service, you'll show that they are a special option for people who really need speed with it. So this shifts the mindset from extra charge to special access. Premium services cost more, and customers are willing to pay that when the benefit is clear. Think about how airlines charge for priority booking, or how Amazon can charge or make you buy more for same-day delivery, right? People are used to paying for convenience, and your business should be no different. Rush orders are not the norm. They're the exception, and exceptions come with premium pricing. So, I know especially in the print side of things that people have created a priority lane. For $50, they guaranteed that everything was printed and shipped within 48 hours. Customers needed speed, loved it, and made more profit without resentment. Another one described, rush jobs as a hassle, and customers really felt guilty about asking for it. But by reframing it as a premium service, she turned that stress into a profitable option. So for this, we just need to write out one premium rush package today. Name it, price it, and present it as an exclusive upgrade for people. Now, number 5 is let rush fees build your confidence. All right. Now, charging rush fees isn't just about money. It's about setting boundaries, right? When you confidently enforce your rush policies, you train both yourself and your customers to value your time. Each successful rush fee you collect reinforces the idea that your business deserves respect. Now, this confidence will spill over into other areas too. When you know your schedule is protected and your time is valued, you approach customers with more authority. Rush fees become more than a tool. They become a mindset shift and keep you from burning out, which I'm sure all of us have done at least once while doing this. Some examples of this is a decorator who was scared to charge rush fees finally tried it. Customers didn't even blink, and she realized that she'd been undervaluing herself all along. Another maker added rush fees and stopped dreading those late night requests. Instead of resenting customers, they actually felt empowered to decide if a job was worth it or not to take. So for this step, the next time somebody asks for a rush, just confidently state your fee, and notice how that changes both their reaction and your own confidence. So to recap all of this, rush fees are not about being greedy. They're about protecting your time, your margins, and your sanity, right? Customers already understand that fast service costs more. And when you communicate your policies clearly, they will respect them. Ways that we can do that is we understand the value of our time. We communicate rush fees up front. We use rush fees to protect on-time customers. We price rush orders as a premium service, and we let rush fees build our confidence. So then, the next time that somebody comes to you last minute, we don't panic. We don't work for free. We smile, we explain our rush fees, and we let that yes come with both profit and peace of mind. Now, a little bonus tip, and this is something that I learned probably in our first year of the retail store, is that we had a flat fee, $25 for rush orders. It all sounded great, but what happened when somebody said, "Hey, I needed 500 shirts and I need them in 3 days," and we're like, and they're like, "Well, here's your rush fee policy. It's $25 extra." Yeah, so that sucked. And then we realized that it did not need to be a flat fee. What it needed to do was it needed to be a percentage fee. So if our typical turnaround time is 5 to 7 business days, and 3 to 5 business days, it was 10%, and 2 to 3 business days, it was 25%. In 1 to 2 business days, it was 50%. And if you needed it within 24 hours, it was 100% providing the items were in stock. Any rush fees of ordering things or small order pick fees, they all paid extra for that. And we just laid it out. We had that up behind our counter. Here's the rush fee schedule. Here's our typical turnaround time. Here's what we're looking at for your rush fees. And so people could decide, hey, they're doing this. Now that 500 shirt order, yeah, when they added a 50% rush fee the next time, we're like, hey, it's a new sign. This is what we're doing because of you. Because they realized, oh, we can just wait till the last minute. It's only $25 more. It's nothing on a large shirt order. So we went percentage based. And that really helped change the way that rush fees came in, because then people really had to look at it. A $50 shirt could quickly become a $100 shirt. So, maybe not. Maybe I can wait on that. Last time I checked, birthdays and anniversaries are the same day every year. So, an emergency, a lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine. Is that how it goes? I think I nailed it there with that. So rush fees can 100% be that tool to help you in your business. Just get your time back, which, as we're talking about time, that's what Friday show is going to be about, is, time management for the holiday hustle, because we know that the holidays are going to bring more orders and more chaos and more stress than any other time of the year. And so we got some systems that we can help you stay productive and organized and hopefully even enjoy this season instead of just drowning in it. So that's going to be Friday show. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Did I miss anything in here before we go? Because we got a mentorship call at 9:30. So we got 35 minutes of that. I've got 2 printers that need attention. So if we got nothing, we're going to move on from there. I will go back and look at it. Definitely more respect in the world. Absolutely. Respect your time, respect your work, everything with it. It's almost like a rush order that we were talking about today. Oh, that does that. Yep. Means jump on the line. Absolutely. Story of all of our lives at one point in time. Keith, good morning to you. Man, this is exactly what happened to me yesterday. See? We should have listened to this on Monday, right? What if the order was on one shirt? So 10%, not much. You could have a minimum. You could have a minimum and say our minimum is $25, right? 10%, 25%, 50%, 100% with a minimum of $25. One of our print partners, they have that where they're a percentage base, but they have a minimum of $25 for everything. Yep, I would set a rush fee per item and not do a percentage. And I don't like a per item, because what do you charge? If you got $1, that's not enough for one. But if it's a 500 piece, then it becomes enough. And that's why we did a percentage, but do a minimum, $25, a $25 minimum, $20 minimum. Set up your time for that. And you also need to make sure that you can fill that rush time frame if you accept. Absolutely. And that's where having that whole schedule of, we typically, 5 to 7 business days, 7 to 10 business days. We know what products we're doing and what those typical turnaround times are. So we know what the schedule, having your schedule laid out to be able to see what's on your schedule, where can it fit in, can stuff bump. I'm a big proponent of get this stuff done as early and fast as possible, because if anything happens, it still allows time. I know people that say, 5 to 7 business days and stuff, and they don't start that job until like day 6, because they're like, I got it here. And then something happens, and then they're stressed out because they try and get this job done. So yeah, I try and get stuff done as soon as possible for it. Website builders, depends on what you're looking for to do. We use Shopify, and I think Shopify is probably the elephant in the room. The best, easiest one. It's easy for sure, and with every option available for it as an app. We really like how Shopify's turned out. And I know people who build sites and do WordPress sites and do all these other ones. That is not my cup of tea, and I don't drink from that pot, so I am not able to speak on it. But I do know that we started with Equid, and when it got a little out of hand as far as things that it couldn't do, we moved over to Shopify, and we have not been happier. We've been happy. I wanted to make sure that sounds right. We've had a great time with Shopify, so I would look at doing that. Okay. Tomorrow. No, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow. I don't even know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's September 11th. Then we have the 12th. Okay. Friday show. All of these kind of go this week. How's it Wednesday already? So I don't know how it's Wednesday already. Okay. We're talking time management on there, and I have my stuff broke down in time. So that way is that right? Yeah, we're talking time management. I did say that, right? I want to make sure that I'm not. Yeah, time management for Holiday Hustle. I use a lot of it in here, and a lot of it is broke down into time blocks for things. Today is just wild and crazy. Typically, kids get out of school early, like by an hour, but one Wednesday a month, they only go to like 10:55. 10:50, we have 10 o'clock to be at a surgery appointment. That surgery's at noon. Then we have kids that need to be picked up at 10:55 and 11:15. So yeah, it's gonna make for a crazy day for it. But we're getting through it. So with that, you guys have an amazing day. We got to keep working on this because limited time. We got to go. We got stuff to do. So until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you then.